From a humble Buenos Aires neighborhood to the global stage as Pope Francis, Jorge Mario Bergoglio lived a life of compassion, courage, and simplicity. In this video we'll explore his early years, his rise in the church, his views on Palestine, his approach to wealth, and the timeless lessons his life offers for every age. Let's dive in. The life and legacy of Pope Francis. Born December 17, 1936 in Buenos Aires, Jorge Bergoglio grew up as the eldest of 5 in a working-class Italian immigrant family. His dad was a railway worker, his mom a homemaker. As a kid he loved soccer, tango, and Argentine folk music. His grandmother taught him to pray, planting seeds of faith. At 12, a profound confession sparked his spiritual calling. At 21, a severe lung infection nearly took his life, forcing the removal of part of his lung. This brush with death shaped his empathy for the suffering. After working as a chemist and even a nightclub bouncer, Jorge felt called to the priesthood, entering the Jesuit order in 1957. In his 20s to 50s, Jorge became a Jesuit priest ordained in 1969. He taught literature, studied philosophy, and led Argentina's Jesuits from 1973 to 1979 during the brutal Dirty War. He protected many from the military regime but faced criticism for not doing more, decisions that haunted him. In the 1980s he deepened his spirituality in Germany and Cordoba, emerging humbler. By 1992, at 55, he was auxiliary bishop of Buenos Aires, living simply and serving the poor in slums. These years of leadership, reflection, and service shaped the compassionate pope he'd become. As Pope, Francis championed peace in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, advocating a two-state solution. He called the stalemate unacceptable during his 2014 Holy Land visit, praying at the separation wall, a powerful gesture for Palestinians. He recognized the state of Palestine in 2015 and condemned Israel's Gaza operations from 2023 to 2025, which killed over 51,000, mostly civilians. He called for ceasefires, labeled the violence cruelty, and even suggested investigating genocide. Yet he balanced this with calls for dialogue, condemning violence from all sides. His nightly calls to Gaza's Holy Family Church showed his heart for the suffering, rooted in his early empathy for the marginalized. Pope Francis had no personal wealth. His Jesuit vow of poverty, taken at 21, meant no property or bank accounts. Growing up in a modest family, he learned frugality. As Pope he lived in a Vatican guest house, not a palace, and used a basic car. The Vatican's billion-euro budget covered his needs, but he controlled none of it. Instead, he redirected gifts to the poor, funding shelters and scholarships. His push for Vatican financial transparency reflected his early life's disdain for luxury, shaped by Argentina's economic struggles and his commitment to a poor church for the poor. When Pope Francis died on April 15, 2025, at 88, he left no personal wealth. His few possessions, a cassock, a cross, were likely archived or donated. The Vatican's vast assets stayed with the Holy See, not him. His charitable initiatives like Aid for Gaza depended on Vatican continuation. His real wealth? A legacy of compassion, from financial reforms to peace advocacy. His early life's simplicity and Jesuit vows ensured he left no estate, only a call to serve others. Pope Francis's life offers lessons for all ages, rooted in his humble beginnings and lifelong service. For kids, be kind and faithful, like young Jorge learning from his grandmother. For teens, grow through challenges as he did after his lung infection. For young adults, find a purpose bigger than yourself, like his Jesuit calling. For adults, lead humbly, as he did during Argentina's crises. For the middle-aged, simplify and renew, like his modest life as Archbishop. For seniors, leave a compassionate legacy, as he did until his final days. His universal lesson: live simply, love deeply. From Buenos Aires to the Vatican, Francis showed that a life of service transcends age. Pope Francis's life reminds us that true wealth is in how we love and serve. What's your takeaway from his story? Share in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more.